So a couple of versions back, we launched a new feature called Advanced Content Organization that allowed our users to manage content in folders and subfolders. And that feature was rolled out across the page builder application, the headless CMS application, as well as the file manager to manage your assets. It was quite popular. Users gave us a lot of great feedback on the back of that feature. But also there was one top ask in a way from the community, which was, hey, now that I have the ability to organize my content in folders and subfolders, how do I control who can see which folders and subfolders and what they can do in those folders and subfolders? So on the back of that requirement, we are now introducing a new feature in 538 called folder level permissions. How it works is quite simple. So anywhere that you have folders and subfolders to organize your content, you can go on a folder, open the menu, and there's going to be a new action here called Manage Permissions. If you click on it, you will have a list of who can see the content in that folder. If a specific user is not here on the list or a specific team, they will not see that folder. Right. So for example, let's remove this one from the list. Let's say I want to enable this group, Headless CMS Article Editor. It's a team of users, and I want to enable that team to see the content, but they can't, let's say, modify the content in that folder. In that case, I would add them to the list, and I would select the viewer permission option, right? This means that they can see the folder, they can see all of its subfolders, and they can also see all of the content and entries in there, right? But in case I want them to be able to actually modify the content, also including deleting content as well as creating new content, I would give them the editor permission, right? So any user belonging to this team would have the editor permissions. Again, we have a step up from the editor permission, which is the owner. The difference is that the editor can manage everything around the content, but they can't manage the permissions, while the owner can also manage the permissions, right? And in case we don't want this team to be able to see this particular folder, we would just remove their access. So they're not on the list, so they can't see that content at all, right? Building on top of the folder level permissions, oftentimes people have a lot of folders and subfolders. What we also included with this feature is the inheritance of permissions. So if I have a folder and inside that folder I have a subfolder, the subfolder automatically inherits all of the permissions from its parent folder, but you also have the ability to override that and then add additional permissions on that subfolder level as needed. One other important thing to mention here is that this feature is available in our business and our enterprise tier. The open source tier does not have this feature. The business tier allows you to manage permissions on an individual user level, while the enterprise allows you to manage the permissions on both user and team level for better efficiency. I hope you like this quick overview. Again, just give us a ping on our community Slack with any thoughts, ideas, suggestions on how we can improve this, and I hope you like this feature. So I'll see you on the next one.